Welcome everyone to the main event. This is a group stage match here for Wrath of the Gods. Specifically the losers first round in group 1. Kenz Mahfi in the blue color is playing as Kronos.
Over in the, whoa, I need to slow down my screen. Sorry, Knock. Over here in the red, we have the one, the only Grassengroom going with the one and the only Freyr. Very excited to see what he's going to be able to put together with Freyr here on Mount Olympus. Cool map as well, in my opinion.
Very cool. I really love these additional relics that the map offers, plus the little paths that you have to go on. And you know, in the super late game, maybe you can build a trade route with these things. They are the longest distances away from the TC after all. Gold mines looking rather secure back home, but one of the characteristics of the map is that there's just not a whole lot of hunt going around. Although in this case, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you're still looking at Grass's side in the red, you know, I presume you're looking at the gazelles and the aurochs up just on the top side of his base. That's very decent, honestly. And if you look at, it looks like Kenz Mahfi's oracle there on the left side. It's gonna probably, at the very least, see the aurochs.
He's also got something like that on his side, so it's pretty mirrored in that way.
True, that's very true. If he scouts everything, he should know exactly what to pressure. And honestly, that oracle's walking right through the aurochs, walking right towards the gazelles and the pumpkins. So he should see everything. It's a little bit of a bummer for Grassengroom because that's a lot of valuable real estate up there, especially for a Norse player.
A quick question, Maiden. Do you want to do a flip on the scoreboard because it's not aligned with the players? Have you done it on your side?
Yeah, I got, Kronos, Kenzie, left side.
I did it right as well. Sorry, everyone. Okay, we got a quick advance from our Kronos player into Leto, so expect the robots. And we've also got the tempo time shift forward, so this is gonna bully Grass a little bit. Let's see if he can get a quick enough advance to be safe, but so far, no tempo, man.
Indeed, and I almost forgot to fast forward there, Naka. Don't forget to fast forward to try and make sure we avoid some freezes here.
I'm up to date, actually. Great.
Okay, what time are you at real quick, just to check?
2:46, 7, 8.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, so the Berserk of Grassengroom just barely dropping that Temple Man, and his oracle's right next to it. So A, we're going to have those robots, those automatons in his base in, what, 10 seconds, 5 seconds? So, dude, he's...
It's two of them because he's Kronos, so this is spooky.
I know. Okay, he's got another Berserk out, so that temple's definitely going up. He's definitely going to be able to actually advance, but still, that thing's going to get deconstructed. He's going to be in a little bit of pain here, man. That's
right. Now, this is a deconstruct here would not actually, you know, stop a Myth unit or anything. Retold has changed how that works compared to the original game. You still get your Myth unit once you rebuild the temple. But you're not making a Herser in this meantime, and that's annoying. But hey, the villagers and the dwarves have shanked a robot to death.
Indeed. I don't know if I like that, honestly, by Kenzie allowing that automaton to actually die. But still, he's looking good here, man. Let's see if those berserks can get the temple back up.
Yes, the CC is blasting him, man. This isn't good.
There's another one coming in. There's another one coming in. That's 3. Temple's still not up, man. Temple's still not up. Is he going to lose that berserk? Not quite. So close. Dude, that is so close. Look at those berserks, man. They're so low HP.
I can garrison micro them. Grass is a pretty good gamer, right? Oh, I cursed him.
There goes one. There goes one. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, that's so close. He's lost 2 automatons so far. Grass isn't even up just yet. Jeez.
Better not lose that temple. This is getting ugly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. No Herser. No Draugr. Nothing.
You do lose a portion of the resources, but hey, as long as he completes that later and the villagers, they can kitchen knife shank the robots, then everything should be fine. But is it actually?
I know. There's no more automatons coming into his base, so that's one thing. But holy smokes, if you're mining gold on that gold mine, look at that. It's like, oh, he's like, you know, right in the middle of a robot cemetery there.
He's got 3 berserkers, 4 berserkers from the TC. My goodness. Okay,
Wow.
he means business. Anyway, gotta throw down some other building as well now so that you can go back to making villagers. Grass, we're not making villagers. It hurts.
Uh-oh. He is making a Herser, though, but the problem is that, I mean, the automaton damage is already done, so his Herser is going to be valuable, but
Absolutely.
man, he needed that 2 minutes ago.
And you know, the most critical factor right now is that villager graph. If you look at it, 26 and 17. That's population count, of course, not individual villagers. Villagers are insanely good, so that would be crazy. But yeah, still with population, this is a huge lead for our Kronos.
Smoke. Holy smoke. Well, I mean, Grassengroom has survived, so bravo to him. Losing the temple sucked. Not getting his Herser out sucked. You know, all of that idle time. He didn't lose any actual villagers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he lost any, even though he had idle TC time because of the berserks, right? So he's alive, but only just.
That's exactly the biggest deal, that he has had idle villagers and an idle TC, so definitely hurts.
Oh.
But this is nothing you can't recover from.
Yes.
Seen crazier things.
I agree. The big question, though, Naka, is how long is that gold mine going to last in Grassengroom's base? He's auto-queuing dwarves, and so, I mean, it's nice because that's what he can afford economically, but at the same time, that means that his gold is just going to be depleted that much faster. He's not going to have as much military in order to secure a second gold mine. And look at where his second gold mine is, right next to that counter barracks. Little sketchy. Actually, maybe it's not sketchy at all, Naka. I haven't even looked at what Kenzi's been doing. He took a second town center and he's going defensive now. So he's got his economic advantage and he's just going to take that and run, I guess.
Yep, the second TC with the Empower effect from the double manor. That got built pretty quick, right? So even the cost of the idle villagers there, so to say, is not very extreme at all. And Kenzi's back home with the buildings. There's no risk of losing those. It's gonna be fine. It's pumping very hard when it comes to those vills. Which should mean a quick heroic age.
Yeah, that's also what do you think he's shooting for? Is he, you know, I'm sure, in fact, I'm going to go over to his point of view really quickly. I can't remember how I do. There we go. If he go to his point of view really quickly. There we go. I think he sees, okay, so he sees 2 of the possible gold mines that Grass could be taken. There is one way up top that he could possibly take, but it might actually happen. Grass is walling it up. Anyway, so what's he going to do? Is he going to go defensive, build up his eco, build up his army, and eventually hit on that second gold mine? Is he going heroic? What do you foresee here?
Well, definitely could work on that vision a little bit right now, because most of the map is still shrouded in darkness for Kenzi. Being the player that has the initiative for the most part, I think it is up to him to make something happen. But Grass did put together a little army at least. I don't think this is particularly going to do a lot, but it's more than what Kenzi has for the moment.
Well, if you look, there's a big wall up right there, right behind that hunt, exactly where this army is going. If he sees those villagers, those citizens, those could be in some serious trouble. Going to possibly mitigate that second TC, Naka.
Ooh. Okay, that one villager is definitely toast. Can he get the other one? Nah, that's escaping. The housed villagers are also kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, that hard place being, you know, a whole bunch of axes and swords.
Hard and sharp. Damn. They're gone.
Wow. Do you realize how big of a raid that was just now? Like, think about all the eco damage that Kenzi Mahfi did early on. It's almost completely mitigated. Clearly, he's still in front. He has 2 town centers, and on and on and on. But still, it's, you know, losing 4 citizens just like that on his exterior hunt. That's a big deal for Grassengroom to come back into this game and try and survive.
Yeah, you know, like Kenzi's still fine, but that definitely hurt. He is going to feel this for a long time. He is going up heroic, though, and that will give him the tools really to start dealing with this Norse army that we're seeing from Grass. Then again, you don't want to hard commit to a big attack directly to a TC because Golden Bursty will just mess you up. So I think what we can expect here is a bunch of Contarius. We already see the military barracks getting slapped down. And Horsko Burr, I guess.
Indeed. And speaking of that, that kind of obligates Freyr to go into Bragi, right? But as you see, Grassengroom's going for us. Kind of. If he's going up through, I guess they're not, actually, that's a good point. They're not Thea Contarius. Maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not.
Yeah, they're not that scary. I mean, they're still really good units, but what if you just make your Herdman? Isn't that enough?
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of the Thea Contarius rather than just the Hyperion Contarius, but still. Herdman can get sniped pretty hard by the Arcus, by Kairos, by something like, what are they called? Satyrs, so I think it's absolutely... But of course,
that's true.
Berserks can as well.
100%.
But still, I think that's a good point, man. They're not the Thea Contarius, so they're not quite as scary, ultimately. They're still strong units, so absolutely.
It's gonna be Arcus, so maybe it's not Contarius at all. Just Murmillo and Arcus. That could be a more direct way to fight the Norse army, but then all these throwing axes will mess up the Murmillo. I do think you want a few Contarius here.
Yeah, for sure. Nice little raid down there on that far left side, picking off an Oracle. You definitely want to pick off those many Oracles as you can against Chronos players. Nice little snag right there by Grass.
There's plenty of them scattered around the map now, so Kenzie has worked on that. The Bragi is coming in as you predicted. I don't think he had to, but it's not a bad choice by any means.
Well, at this point in time, a flaming weapons attack, I was talking about the sketchy gold positioning for Kenzie Mahfi and for Grassengroom. But because Kenzie went defensive, he got that big raid, lost a bunch of citizens. At this point in time, maybe it's Grassengroom who's going to be doing the gold starving with the flaming weapons attack.
It's entirely possible. I could see it. He is getting this Asgardian hill fort by the forward town center location, which might secure the town center itself. Maybe he just waits for some of those armory upgrades to complete. They're dirt cheap after all. But hey, shouldn't you be making like multiple armories when they're this cheap?
That's what I do personally. At least I get a second one out, so you can have two popping in at the same time.
Maybe he has other... Oh, he almost had enough resources for a moment there to go Mythic as the hill fort completes, but nah. More units should be a big push, like you said.
Indeed, more units, more upgrades. Look at that global... I don't know if you have the global queue up, but holy smokes, we got upgrades and upgrades and upgrades and upgrades and units and upgrades. Oh me, oh my. I feel big flaming weapons coming.
Yeah, there's a good amount for Arcus. There's a handful Contarius now as well, but the production from Kenzie just doesn't impress quite as much. He's down overall in military population. There's gonna be pigs. Better be ready.
Oh, that's... Indeed. This does not look like the type of army that's going to handle a flaming weapons attack. Although, having said that, Nako, remember, he has chaos. He went up through Hyperion. He has chaos, and so... Really, Grassengroom wants to try and force that chaos before he uses flaming weapons. Otherwise, his flaming weapons units, they could potentially just attack each other. That could be disastrous.
Yeah, so if you can target specifically the throwing axemen who have a huge bonus damage against, well, themselves, during flaming weapons, they will annihilate themselves. So,
oh yeah,
gotta be careful with that. And I think we might be looking at such a situation. Oh, the wraparound is good. Is he gonna click the thing? Wow, he doesn't even need flaming weapons. What is this?
Those armory techs coming in, man. Everything is heavy. All those copper line upgrades come in right at the same time. The surround was amazing. And yeah, he doesn't even need a flaming weapons. Boom, gold star.
Well, the other golden mines are also walled in. Well, technically they broke through the north, but Grass can see that. He has the walls right there. I think he remembers anyway.
Well, he is getting attacked. The Arcus up there is attacking that one wall, so he should be notified.
Yeah. Fortified TC coming in for Grass. He's grabbing this front TC as well. Unfortunately, a lot of his units are really weak, so won't be very easy to push into another fight right now. He would just probably lose everything. Best to build up.
That's exactly what he's doing. Plus, again, he has that forward hill for it. He's not going for any Huskarls, which I don't really blame him. Nobody's impressed by Huskarls these days. Anyway, he could still be getting some of those bad boys out to just get the numbers. Like you said, he has a lot of weak units, so just getting the numbers, getting that full pop, and then just hitting gold mine number 2, get himself into a nice little gold star position. And here we go.
Ah, the palace is getting cancelled. That's brutal. Very unfortunate timing as well for Kenzie. None of the spider eggs worked even. Just to run away from the gold mine. Ouch.
Ouch indeed. That's going to be how many hill forts? That's going to be 2 hill forts right in the face of Kenzie, but Kenzie's back with the vengeance, man. He's got heavy Arcus. Check it out.
None of them heroes, though, so these Jogger are going to be a little bit annoying, but their numbers aren't that high just yet. Oh, Golem Bursty.
Oh, yeah, baby. Get him.
5 Arcus just disappeared. And counting.
Holy smokes. Dude, Golem Bursty is such a G. And the fact that he took the forward town center makes him an aggressive Golem Bursty, not defensive, man. This is terrifying for Kenzie. Are you kidding me?
Wow, it's a shuffling into it. He has to run from yet another gold mine. And there's a little pig. Don't speak to me or my dad ever again, he says.
When you said there's going to be pigs, did you remember it was going to be Golem Bursty?
Yeah, of course.
The Chonker's going to work, man. He's going to town. How many? I wish we could see the KD of this guy. Holy smokes, he's killed so many units so far. Citizens, Arcus, everything. Holy crap. Whew.
Wow, the one raiding cavalry is blocking the citizens from escaping. Okay. Several other kills are coming through, and Vidar is clicked in Mythic Age with a big boom. Is what Grass is going for. It's got so much economy now, catching up to that 100 limit shortly, which Kenzie actually wasn't able to get himself, but I'm sure he'll get there soon enough. He's not dead, right? But it's looking grim.
Well, he may not be dead, but he's about to be nuked here in about 60 seconds or so.
Oh wait, all the weak villagers with the berserk surrounding them. My goodness, they're gonna block them out. Oh, there's gonna be so many deaths here in the south. Yikes.
That's one too many raids that a Chronos player can handle, man. Holy smokes.
Grass is playing this really nicely, isn't he?
Oh man, well at the same time Kenzie's kind of giving it to him though. He's just allowing all of his eco down on that south side to be completely exposed. He's giving Grassengroom this game. He's giving him the capability to come back and take this game, man.
Wow.
This is insane.
What eco? It's all gone. And then he's gonna have Vidar. All these Arcus are gonna disappear as well if he doesn't have room to split. And he most certainly does not have room to split in between these buildings. Grass is baiting him closer. It's like, come over, Kenzie. I've got a surprise for you. Oh no.
Chaos.
Oh no. He's doing it.
He's doing it.
Nuclear launch detected. Holy shit. It's all gone.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, what an explosive victory. Are you kidding me? A nuke right into the victory. That was beautiful.
Wow. Absolutely insane. That was a way to go out. This is actually, Maiden, this is something that we haven't been getting in the other series. Everybody would just quit. But Kenzie finally made it a clippable moment. Thank you, Kenzie. Shout out.
Exactly.
This is how we make content.
Yo, that's how you end a game, with a bang, dude. Literally. What a comeback from Grassengroom. I think that I like what Kenzie did with all the automatons, right? He did a decent amount of damage early on. But the problem is that, like I said, when he lost those initial hunters down on that bottom side, that completely mitigated that second town center that he grabbed. And so it allowed Grassengroom to make such a powerful comeback. And it really slowed down his heroic time. You remember, you were thinking of Contarius, but he ended up going into Arcus. I wonder if that raid really slowed down the power of his heroic time.
It did. You can see it between 9 minutes and 11. It's almost a flat line in terms of the villager count, whereas it should have been going up. So he was short 10 population because of that. A little more,
Wow.
actually.
Well,
Which
plus, look
really
at
adds
the...
up long term.
Exactly. Look at the all resources collected. Grassengroom is still behind a little bit in economy, but, you know, it wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all.
Oh, look, it's Elysium. We're here in Game 2, Kenzi Mahfi playing as Oranos in the blue color.
Here in the top, slightly off-centered to the right, we have Grassengroom going for a Poseidon up here in the red. Looking good, lots of hunt inside of his base, but a forward gold mine. We're talking about all those scary Murmillo, Naka. Do you think that maybe some Murmillo aggression can work out here against this pretty open-looking base of Grassengroom?
Potentially. I do think the hero stabilized the early game for Greek, so Atalanta can just be an absolute pain hunting down your oracles. You don't want to mess with her too much. It will take several more Murmillos to try to chase her. What you can do though is send around secondary raiding groups, which can then later find the villagers. So yes, that is spooky to have such a forward gold mine. Grass will have to take care of it and build around that. Somehow secure this uncomfortable spot.
Yeah, she should ultimately be fine. It's got a nice little, good pumpkins. Turkeys are fine. Got a nice gazelle patch up in the top, very top corner. Has he seen that, however? I believe he has seen it. Yep, he has. So plenty of food options. Hippias may not be the most food-heavy unit, but still should be fine.
Yeah, Scout did this with a pig, so classic.
Okay.
Oh, you just lost one. That's the risk of it. The Oracle picked it up.
Pig scouting. It's, hey man, it's beneficial, but with all those 3 oracles going hard, you got to be careful not to get a little bit too ambitious with your pig scouting.
You know, Poseidon will be advancing through Hermes here anyway, right? Like, there's a super high chance of that. And then you get Winged Messenger, 3 Pegasus. You'll see the entire map without too much issue. I'm not worried for Grass's scouting, so overdoing pigs is not needed.
At the very least, I'm perfectly comfortable and think it's a good idea to at least get the backside of your base. Oracles should not be in the backside of your base scouting just yet, so and it gives you line of sight of those, or visibility, knowledge, I guess, of the gazelles up top. So at the very least, get that top corner scouted. Anyway, speaking of Hermes, we are seeing Hermes. However, real quick, Naka, a little bit of theory crafting. Do you think that, and we see Prometheus coming in for Kenzi Mahfi on the Oranos side?
Oh, wait, no,
Yeah.
no, Prometheus, what?
Oh,
Is this more
Prometheus.
boomy? Because like the whole idea is that you get the hero citizens, right? And then you get Theft of Fire with a big economy, and it's a lot easier to do when you have 2 TCs.
That is true. And the town center over by that citizen that's building a sky passage right now is in a decent position. I guess maybe he's thinking of I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised. I guess I have that bias of old AOM, legacy AOM, like, oh, of course Oranos is going Prometheus. But no. Oceanus is the meta these days.
I'd be less surprised if it was Kronos doing it. But when Oranos does it, it's like, okay, you're not synergizing into your infantry. Oranos does get the Empyrean tech, and that makes all the infantry faster, so playing into that with further infantry buffs is just nice stick stacking.
Indeed. Military barracks, counter barracks coming in, by the way. We got a centaur right in the business. Probably going to do a little bit of damage, but nothing too scary. At least he shouldn't. There's this hero oracle. Should do just fine defending against that centaur, so no problemo. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I wonder if Kenzi is, what's up with that? Is he maybe, have some of that legacy bias going for Prometheus just out of habit, possibly?
Maybe. You watch a little bit of Rappel or Demista playing Oranos, and it will almost certainly always be several Caladria just healing your boys up to full, and you just basically can't lose units.
Well, apparently Kenzie has other ideas here. Lan and Theseus going pretty hard here, not causing a ton of damage, however. It seems like he's able to handle this fairly well, but still, he did have to move some of his citizens on the wood right there, so a little bit of some eco damage, but nothing too heavy.
Well, Grass is not going to let up, however. He's double pumping Hippeus now. It's adding a lot of meat to this battle.
Horse meat? Is that...
Yes.
A lot of yes, horse meat. A lot of cavalry meat. Speaking of horse meat, there goes a term.
Future sausages.
Wow, okay. Well, honestly, if I'm in Grassengroom's position, yeah, making those Hippias not scared of those... those Murmillo are not near as scary anymore because they cannot get the Bite of the Shark upgrade through Prometheus. That's an Oceanus thing. Anyways, he's looking pretty confident here, man. He's got it land against the Promethean. There goes the Centaur, which hurts, but still, these Greek units looking pretty decent, especially with the heroes.
The Greek trade, so far, so good. Not much to worry about. Of course, the Catapaltes are going to be annoying, especially if they get healed up by Valor. To fill these Hippeus, can't take it too well. But I think the damage is done. Like, Grass is safe back home. He's, reset the Atlantean unit count plenty of times now. It's really not too bad. Ooh,
yeah.
There's a bonk. Bonk goes down.
There's a bonk. We saw a bonk, everybody.
Wait, Centaurs for Grass? I'm a little bit surprised. Okay. He will be... Do you think that's gonna work here? If you just make a lot of Centaurs?
I mean, he's only got 2 on favor, so he's not necessarily going for a spam, per se. If he was Zeus with 2 on favor, you can get a little bit more spam type of, action going, but with only 2 on favor, I'm not too surprised to see an additional Centaur. It's decent, expecting Catapaltes and other infantry coming in. So it's decent, but it's not as strong with Poseidon compared to Zeus, of course.
I think we might have a kitchen knife fight over the hunt.
Oh, exciting. Bust out your bread, people. The butter knives are going to be going at it. Maybe not, because of the horse meat is coming back in.
Horse.
How you like that, Naka?
Killing me, dude.
Anyway, exactly what Naka was talking about earlier. The sky passages just being so clutch. He took most of that hunt right there. A good amount of hunt right there. And he's able to go home safely, no problemo.
Yeah, but by rights, this did not belong to Kenzie in any way. But coming up, stealing it, denying a little bit of resources to the Greek player, it's not nothing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And then
Centaurs, man.
Sky Passage itself is a distraction from other things, right? Like, you have to destroy this, otherwise they'll be back. But then it exposes the units to shenanigans like this. It's 3 damage.
Very true. Gotta be careful, especially with that, what is it called? Catapaltes in there, man. That thing is gonna shred the Hippias.
The Atlantean army is getting rather big at 38. Population to 21. They're looking good. Not something you want to attack under a town center with, but hey, if you can harass some of the resources, perhaps find those gold miners, find the wood people in the back. 4 Hippeus are not going to protect this.
Indeed. Well, so real quick, to go back to my theory crafting, that I wanted to throw something out at you, Naka, before we saw that we had Hermes and Prometheus coming in. It is I think one thing that we have not yet seen and retold is the bonus of Ares to give you Hippospis in the classical age. Do you think that's viable in a situation like this, as we see a potentially big raid coming in here, actually?
I don't think it's unviable. It's very expensive, though, so that's the tough part about it. But the villagers are getting caught. Can they actually garrison? Whoa! Wow. 4 of them just died. And several are hurt, by the way, behind this.
Registranos things, man. He's at this point in time, he's just yellowing his army under this town center fire, man. Oh, that was a good raid, though. 4 vills down just
Very
like that.
good.
That was a really great raid.
And that was without shockwave. Imagine how much more damage he can do if that's paired with a good shockwave.
That is a super good point. That was definitely shockwaveable, man, because there was like basically no defense there for Grass. That was exceptionally shockwaveable. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't use it. He could have picked off double the vills, maybe.
I guess he wants to catch a centaurs now that he knows that there's several coming. So if they're clumped up and he's got several heroes, that's punishable too. So maybe that's the idea here.
Very true. Very true. Got a little bit of harassment with Atlanta and the Hippiest on the backside of Kenzie's base. It's gonna find a dude. This is gonna be another hunt patch getting smashed by Kenzie, reminiscent of Game 1 on Mount Olympus. Is he gonna garrison these guys? Whoosh.
Ooh.
Close.
Good micro though, saving everybody.
Whew. Cutting it close, Kenzie. Cutting it very close. Sheesh.
Peyo's just about surviving at 4 hit points. Still don't have any regeneration tech for them. It's unfortunate. Will be needed at some point. A bunch of military academies getting made, and Aphrodite is coming in. Curse really does hurt these kind of small armies.
Indeed. I mean, Curse plus he's got those 4 centaurs, so he is going for more of a centaur spam than I actually... 5 centaurs actually knock out. He's going for more of a spam than I anticipated.
And still no upgrade. He's making number 6.
Dude, are you kidding me? He's stockpiled a whole bunch more vills on Favor. He's up to 6 at this point in time. I honestly, it's been a little bit since we've seen a centaur spam up at high level AOM. It seems like people like Poseidon really fell out of style.
Sure. It was a big thing like a few months back, but then it kind of just stopped.
Exactly. So it's almost refreshing. Almost. We'll see how brutal these special attacks
can
be. At this point, possibly. Yeah. There's the Hippospis though, Naka. So hey, you don't necessarily need an expensive upgrade to go for him. You can't just go heroic as well. So there we go.
It is an upgrade
and a centaur spam.
They do have more stats as you age up.
It is an upgrade indeed. That's a very good point.
Still looking for some sneaky kills here, maybe. But Grass is paying good attention. Nicely done.
Yeah, but that's a lot of gold vills nearby as well, and he does have the speed upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, he does have speed upgrade on his units, so those Aranos, this is more reminiscent of old school AOM or old school Aranos, getting nasty kills all over the place. Boom, boom, that's a couple dead vills, man.
No curse, no ceasefire. This could be a problem, actually, losing this many villagers, although he has been up to 2 DC. 60 Greek civilian population, that's not too bad.
Indeed. Heavy Hippospis and a centaur going hard on this army. Is it going to lose a centaur? Possibly. Boom.
With the Hippospis still wrecking all the Murmellos, I guess it was worth it. That is a highly cost-effective trade. It's just unfortunate to lose the villagers, but hey, Grass is up in age. He's up in Kenzie's base. And there's no army there to defend. What's he gonna do?
Well, he's going to go up through Hyperion. That's going to be pretty decent to chaos on, maybe these Centaurs, Nemean Lion. That could be decent, give him a really clutch fight. He's going to need it for Curse in order to win, a potential next fight on a gold mine. Up top, we see a whole bunch of economy up there. Sky Passages for the win. Can he hold on to that eco, though?
All these centaurs are gonna go crazy on this army, but where's the attack move? Oh, where is it?
Oh!
Here come all the god powers. This is Age of Attack move, not Age of Walk into the enemy army anymore. Please, help.
More legacy buys, man. More legacy buys. No attack move in the old days, right?
Ooh. Grassengroom.
That was bad.
That was very bad. And it might have cost him his advantage. Like, he did lose a lot of health on these units. Now Kenzie
Well,
is in a decent position with all these units out.
Plus Curse, man. Curse is such a big timing, and he had to use it, plus Ceasefire, to try and just save his army and not completely die. Speaking of completely dying, boom. These Centaurs might be completely dying! Sky Passage for the win again!
Yeah, man, and all this for what? For saving one button press. That's what it comes down to. It's... No. Shakes head.
Sky Passage for the win, though, man. Seriously, just transporting your army instantly over there. It's amazing.
Sky Passages are amazing, and the unit composition actually from Kenzie is looking rather good as well. Plenty of Arcus in there. Promote some to heroes, and those Centaurs will very rapidly disappear. Just need something for the Hoplite Hippospis mix. Not as easy a thing to handle, but you pump some more Arcus, you should be okay.
Yeah, indeed. He's got to have a nice, solid front line, of course, to keep his Arcus secure or safe and whatnot. Well, at this point in time, he's still going for. Oh snap! We got an Artemis click up, by the way,
and a bunch of Nemean Lions.
Yes,
really going nuts on the Myth units.
Is it worthwhile to get the Centaur upgrade at this point in time? He's basically been spamming them. Is it not worthwhile?
I mean, I guess he's afraid of losing them, maybe? But, yeah, I agree. What you said.
Numbers are usually king over upgrades. However, once you actually get the numbers, that's typically when you want to actually go for the upgrades as well. So it seems like it's the perfect opportunity, but hey, whatever, he's not going for it. We have another Sky Passage on the right side, Naka, but there's a Villa stable there, so Grassengroom, he's really thinking of this gold starve. He's not quite able to get it. There's 2 gold mines on the left that Kenzie still has.
It is really nice to have map control like that. I like his preparation overall. Just,
of course.
Let's not mess up the fights without attack move again, please, and it's all good.
Here we go. Nemean Lion's gonna go hard on this army, dude! Oh boy!
Those were some really good chain stunts. The infantry didn't get to fight at all, so, props to Grass to think of this. There were not enough heroes to deal with that. Good idea.
Indeed.
He's doing it again!
Oh.
Wow!
Oh.
They can't run, they can't hide. The Peltas are gonna absolutely pelt those Arcus.
That's like a Poseidon shockwave right there, man. Speaking of shockwave, we haven't seen a shockwave from the Aranos side. Instead, we're seeing it from the Nemean Lion side. And we got an earthquake.
Pegasus flying in just for this. We're not gonna see the town center getting destroyed, but I think it was going to happen with 7 seconds of this left. And Grass is taking that second game for himself. Absolutely nuts.
Wow. Well played by Grass, man. Well played. Really nice timing with Artemis. It seems, Naka, it seems like we never really saw a huge army from either player until just barely. So it felt like Grass was able to do just enough defense and damage with a handful of Hippias, couple of Centaurs here and there, etc., etc. And it seems like with the second town center and enough map control to eat hunt pumpkins, etc., he was able to get a great Artemis time. 18 minutes? That's not too shabby against Aranos.
Agreed for sure. Like, hitting the timings was actually really solid for Grass. The 2TC, despite the super open map, by the way, the initial aggression leading up to the Centaur spam to actually protect himself against retaliation. I think everything really came together, minus that one fight.
100%. But he did have the ceasefire for, those happy little accidents.
Sure. You can use your god powers and several other power spikes for several purposes, like saving yourself when you're actually in trouble. Ceasefire is one of the best at doing that.
Absolutely. 2-0 for Grassengroom, man. This is a best of 5, so Kenzie's gonna have to, bust out something in order to stay alive. Holy smokes.
Alright, this is game 3. It's the last chance and the last life of Kenzie Mahfi. Can he make it work? He's gonna try it with Loki.
over here on the red side, top right, Grassengroom, going to set. Probably feeling comfortable once he sees that Loki selection from Kenz Mahfi. He's probably feeling perfectly comfortable here. So I'm sure Grassengroom is smiling, looking for that 3-0. He's going to need it going into the next, if he ends up going into the next series against either Tunison or Mista. So yeah, he's probably smiling in my opinion. But at the same time, we are saying, Naka, how Set, it's just going to be really difficult for Loki to play against Set on a map like this. But if you go look at Kenzie's side of the map, I mean, maybe he can get himself a handful of goats. He's going to have decent enough food inside of his base. The throwing axemen are decent against the Egyptian spears and axes. He's not dead in the water here. It is Giz after all, so he's not dead in the water.
Sure, it's not impossible by any means, right? You just need to not have a big engagement where you lose everything as Loki, essentially. You can have some skirmishes, but you have to go back to your healing spring to keep your boys alive. You need that heroic cage, you need that big hit with flaming weapons. But if you do trade in the classical age against slingers, targeting your throwing axes and axemen targeting your heroes down while any potential cavalry gets blasted by Vajets, that's not going to go well.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, it's in addition to that, the gold mines are what I'm looking at right now on the front side of Kenzie's base. It's got the one right smack dab in the center. It's got one on the kind of the bottom far side and then the top far side if you look at the minimap as well. But one really nice thing, I was mentioned the food situation inside of Kenzie's base. In general, in Retold, you have herdables, you have pumpkins / berries, turkeys, starting hunt, etc. But at the same time, he also has zebras and rhinos down there on that bottom side. So I presume grass. It's a great spot. Set has plenty of scouting options, so he should see that. But it is really far away from grass. So I think there's some nice potential for him to eventually take that, be it early, be it late, whatever. I think there's plenty of potential for him to take that and get that crucial heroic timing.
Yeah, as for our Set player, Grass does not need to leave his base. If the villagers want steak, the priest says we have steak at home, brings home a whole rhino. Can eat that anytime they like.
Rhino steak. Crud. Well, I mean, plus he's got such a crazy good zebra patch himself. I mean, that's close enough. That's just a little bit of walking distance right there.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's just so convenient to not have to leave for your second hunt while you establish your initial army. Both for reasons of walking time convenience, but also for the security of the villagers, right? Norse definitely can punish you pretty hard if you're not careful.
Absolutely. Double rhino coming in, so you're absolutely right. We got rhino steaks at home.
And then there's the whole matter of the barracks. Wait a second, that barracks is not in range of the Grassengroom. It's not in the range of this monument. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, he's gonna have to drop a third monument, man. Get the real watch it spam going.
Yeah, third monument. That's the solution. Exactly. He's got this. It's fine. You don't need to have the monument pre-installed.
That is a big shame because that gives you the am I confusing? It gives you the cheaper units, right?
Cheaper, yep, that's it.
Okay. I'm just start mixing up raw and set here. Hey man, 5% is 5%.
5%, $20 is $20, as they say. But yeah, there's no third barracks coming just yet, and certainly no third monument. So me sad right now. He's pumping the axes.
Axes and wadgets, man. What else does he need? I guess he can think about going for slingers as well. But hey, those wadgets are so crazy strong that no problem. I don't necessarily need them. And he's already feeling comfortable enough to start going aggressive here. 2 wadgets, priest, couple axes.
It's very understandable. The priest can heal anyone that gets hurt, and he's made an extra priest anyhow. So more Healy boys. There was an Ankofra for our Loki players, so maybe some trolls in the later stages could be possible in a classical age, or you just somehow make it to heroic and make battle boars. That's even better, but easier said than done.
Absolutely. Here's down on that bottom side of Hunt, by the way. I real quick want to check to see if Grass sees that. Does he see that?
The bottom
He
Hunt.
does not see this. He doesn't see the zebras. Actually, his spears are gonna.
Oh,
his
he
spears
just
gonna go there right now.
Just found it. Nice.
Is he gonna shift his army over there?
Very possible.
Dude.
What? Vision? Oh, he's trying to distract Kenzie, doesn't he?
There's a spear on the food.
Here it comes.
Yep.
Right in the middle of it all. Oh my god, Kenzie, you're in so much trouble, sir. That helps, but the villager's already dead. Can't heal them back from that state.
And indeed. But here's the problem, though. He's completely surrounded now. It was a small army, a little bit late to go in aggressive. So he's going to lose one Wadjet already. This is actually... It's not too bad for Kenzie here, Naka.
I agree. The raiding Cav and fighting under the protection of the healing spring, fight-wise, this was great. Cleaned everything up. Sick.
Plus the Wadgets, man. He killed... Ooh, if those Ursa could definitely... Yeah, he should definitely pick that off. Keeping those Wadget numbers down, going to be pretty clutch. Honestly, is that worth 3 villagers getting smoked on your hunt patch? Maybe, honestly.
Well, tell you what, Maiden. Grass should have had 3 monuments. Sorry, 3 barracks under monuments, which would have resulted in a lot more units. So, I think he's kind of gotten what he deserved here. This is not the build.
Indeed. Maybe playing a little bit too confident here, you know, not really on point with some of those things like the monument placement and numbers and everything. He's floating crazy resources, so yeah, he absolutely could be spamming if he wanted to.
You know, that's what happens when you go for these middle of the road strats. Like, you're still looking for a faster heroic while not pumping as many units, but you're still hyper aggressive. So yeah, you get punished because your aggression isn't all that. And your heroic is also not going to happen now because you're going to have to remake units. So you're losing on both fronts. Kind of have to commit to one thing or the other.
Indeed. He's committing to being raided right now. Sorry. Ken's getting a couple of hits in.
Is that a commitment issue?
He has commitment issues, indeed. He's only a teenager. Let him, you know, he'll learn.
Fair enough.
But honestly, that kind of middle of the road strategy, that losing that initial army and everything, already using both of his, you know, classical and archaic god powers, that opens the door for Kenzie to push us to a 4th game, honestly.
I see it as more and more likely the further this goes, and the next god is going to be Sekhmet, which isn't an instant fix for this situation either. The villagers have to come home. They'll be eating pumpkins for a while, or turkey. Which is...
I'd go for pumpkins.
I could go for pumpkins myself. Sounds
particularly in the form of pie. Thank you very much. Big pumpkin pie fan here, folks. Big fun pumpkin.
Another barracks coming up. Electrum bullets as well. Soon the slingers will follow. Just need something for the raiding cavalry situation as well.
Well, I mean, he is going through... Ooh. 300 gold left over, 200 roughly in the bank. That is a good point.
Oh, the pharaoh wasn't empowering. He's idle. Oh, no.
Grass is not on point right now, Naka. He's really given Kenzie the opportunity to come back into this series.
Well, Kenzie's doing his best. He's pre-queuing Bragi, which could mean that a big flaming weapons is coming soon TM, but at the moment he's using up all his food. So, whoa. Herseer.
Or not.
That's very expensive. Yeah, he's canceling.
Well, he's good. Does he have... I mean, he's back onto those zebras, so he's got zebras and rhinos coming back in the food department, so that's really good in that regard. Plenty of goats left over, so his economy should be just fine. Aside from those initial 3 villas that he lost, the economy of Kenzie should be fine. But again, he's a little bit stuck, man. He's a little bit stuck, and he can't quite get heroic, man. So he's kind of losing a little bit of a timing right now. He actually has 2 hunts patches, 1 forward, 1 back. Jeez.
Switchers are just not allowed to leave either. But at least there's spears to protect him. Grass is relatively prepared for what's to come. But what about the flaming weapons? This is what we were talking about the whole time, right? That it's the job of the Loki player to try to not lose too many units, but instead get a big army going, hit a hard timing with flaming weapons in the heroic age, and then it's all sunshine and rainbows and Pegasus unicorns from there.
And game 4s as well. I like the forward buildings. It's forcing Grass to fight against buildings instead of, fight on a gold mine, for example. So I'm liking it. That is a big army from Kenzie. All those throwing axemen with flaming weapons. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, when you get to such a large number, the axemen no longer work against throwing axes. They just can't wrap around them in a nice enough way, and the ranged advantage really starts coming in, picking off the guys one by one as they line up.
Go seconds away from Bragi Naka. We're seconds away. There's no ancestors set. Often has ancestors, but still, here we go.
I would have thought that's the natural transition, but it's not here, and we're gonna see a big surround attempt already. The spears tried to crash into the cav, but is that really profitable for them? I don't think so.
Indeed. The amygdala's up. That's something for Grass. That's something. Heavy infantry coming in, so those throwing axemen gonna be OP. Battle boars. He's got to use it sooner rather than later, right?
Oh, the Pharaoh gets... My goodness, what is gonna kill the battle boar then? It's so easy to pick off just 4 priests.
Watch it. They do divine damage, I guess. I don't know, man.
That's right. They do also double bonus against myth units, so even better.
Yeah. Yes. Slings of the Sun and Electrum bullets, I believe, are in for the slingers. Yep. Okay, but they're only medium. Naka.
Oh, they're doing a really good job of thinning out the throwing axeman count, and we've still not seen flaming weapons, so... Actually, I'm not sure I'm loving Kenzie's situation too much. Grass is putting up a good fight. Especially in this choke point, could be a good place to engage. But most of his guys aren't fighting, they're standing still! What is going on?
Yeah... What? What fight is this, man? This is not what you want as a Norse player. You want to be fighting out in the open. Are you kidding me? This is good for... I mean, it's not good for Grass, but still, he could be taking a much worse fight at the moment.
Positionally, that was great for Grass, but his army wasn't fighting for whatever reason. I guess it glitched out or something. Here comes the flaming weapons, and I think Grass might just immediately resign Iron Maiden. I don't see how he comes back. This is brutal.
Well, hang on. There's a citadel in. He's fighting under all the towers. The amygdala is still not destroyed.
You're right. Battle Boar has died. Maybe with repairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god. Yo, Kenzie went too deep, man. He went for the win in the Citadel, but he didn't have the unit numbers. He's going for the Migdal as well. Migdal's probably going to go down, but there's not a lot of army left over at all. He was up at 100 military population. Now he's almost equal with Grass. Are you kidding me?
We've talked about the middle of the road strats before. I think it also applies tactically to these battles. He chose to split into 2 locations and 1 neither location.
Absolutely right. Now the Migdal is barely surviving, but it's still up. The Slings of the Sun slingers, Sekhmet slingers, plus Electrum bullets. The Pharaoh's back in the mix. Dude, Grass is alive, and I can't believe it.
Grass is still going strong. Populations are about the same between the 2 players, and it should be possible now to re-secure this gold mine. My goodness, what a turnaround in this match.
Dude, That was Kenzi's opportunity to push us to boom, game 4, easy peasy, but nope. That was, in my opinion, that fight in the chokehold was such a blunder.
Yeah, man, and don't
The
forget...
follow-up was worse.
And don't forget Grass's other miners. He's got 2 spots, and I don't think Kenzie knows.
Ooh, I didn't even know that either. Good eye. Wow.
If Kenzie rewatches this, he's gonna be kicking himself. Ouch.
Seriously. Having said that, Naka, Grass might be kicking himself as well. Look how low that 395 HP left in that Migdal. He has to repair that thing, man.
Okay,
1 villager,
yeah,
2 villagers,
true.
I don't care. He has to repair that thing, man.
Anything and everything helps at this point. But hey, the camo count is starting to look alright. I'm certain that this can be dived, however, at 395 health, that's nothing.
But you would sacrifice your army, dude. Slings, the slingers are OP. Camels are super strong as well. Oh.
Running down his Norse army, and Kenzie isn't really fighting back. He doesn't have an answer to the camels right now, minus the 1 battle boar. Needs a bunch more of those. They are coming. Once he has them, maybe we're talking.
Maybe, dude. Maybe. He's got heavy. Ooh, with the spears. By the way, nice little raid there. I didn't catch that on the minimap. So Grass is feeling confident now, man.
Wait, where are these guys going? Oh, he's going for the far gold mine on the other side? But the camera's gonna see it. Oh no.
Does he see the... Well, yeah, I mean, Grass basically has the entire map scouted. Dude, what a weird game. Kenzie's pushing back in. Do you see what I'm saying? Ah, he's fighting under the Migdal. He shouldn't have to fight under the Migdal, but here we go. The slingers are going hard, man.
The entire blue army has disappeared. The slingers are cleaning up, and the camels are large enough in numbers to beat back the cav as well. Kenzie's running away. This is bad news. Now his villagers are exposed to raids, and it's gonna be a 3-0 in favor of Grass, despite the early game and mid game issues. Wow.
Oh my god, dude. Kenzie went from a certain game 4 into a giant disaster and a sweep 3-0. Holy crap.
And Kenzie, after the fact, in the chat says he forgot about how strong Citadel is. That's another factor. We didn't talk about that, but Citadel, it does give you extra villager training speed, right? So you're 25% faster with making villagers just for having the Citadel. So long term, it really does pay off. Even though villagers have died, Grass actually was never behind in vills.
Well, I think what he's thinking, though, is that he expected with flaming weapons that he would be able to take it down.
Yes.
But here's the problem. That's not the win condition. The win condition was the gold starve, not the TC kill.
Yeah, and you almost had it. Like, it wasn't that far off, really. If the main base doesn't get dived, then maybe Grass just can never take a gold mine again.
Yeah.
Something to think about for next time.
There ain't gonna be a next time, unfortunately, for Kenzie. He is unfortunately out of Wrath of the Gods. Well, yes, absolutely. But next up, we have Grass against whoever. Tune us in against Mista. Not sure how that's going.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.